Greetings and welcome to this edition of
Positronic.
I'm Barry P. Cook, and I'm here to talk about what the heck is going on with the DCEU over at WB Discovery or Discovery BW Plus or whatever the hell they're calling themselves now. It's just insane. So Batgirl has been canceled. That's the big news here. And I am not pleased about this at all. If you guys saw my reaction video to the Batgirl character trailer for the Gotham Knights game, you know that I love Batgirl. I was psyched for this movie, not only because I love Batgirl, but because Michael Keaton's Batman was coming back for this movie. But now no one's going to see it, at least not anytime soon, because they've decided to kill it. It's not going to be on HBO Max. It's not going to be in theaters. It's a done deal. Now, they say that the test screenings were bad, went badly, and that's kind of why they wanted to axe it, which, okay, but why not just tweak it, fix it? It was all done filming, but they could have done reshoots. They blew something like $70 to $90 million on this thing, maybe even more. And I guess the theory is they didn't want to blow a bunch more millions marketing it, but I don't understand why they didn't think they would get their money back. What are they saving by not releasing it on HBO Max? Server space? What does it cost them to put it on HBO Max? I don't understand that. Why not do that? In fact, they could have done it and charged a premium for people to see it. That's what was done with Bill and Ted, the new Bill and Ted, or the latest Bill and Ted. That's what was done with Mulan. Now, it was during the pandemic when people couldn't go to theaters, but that's what they charged a premium for these movies, like $30 a whack or whatever. And at the time, I made a video saying, oh, what are you doing? Don't charge that much because people will just pirate it. Someone will take it off the HBO Max or whatever and put it up, and then people will go and see it on a pirate site. But versus not releasing it at all and keeping it from the fans, the people who wanted to see it would have paid. Some people anyway. Other people might have pirated it. I happen to have HBO Max, so that would not have been moi. But anyway, I'm laughing, but this is not funny, and I'm not happy. I think it's terrible that it's one thing if you're developing a movie, and you go, oh, you know what, we're not going to go forward. It's oh, well, bummer. But this movie was almost done, or at least principal photography had been done, and people were excited about it. And now they're just not going to release it even on HBO Max. It almost seems spiteful, they're doing it to punish the people who made it because it came out bad. There are other people saying that it was super woke, and that this David Zaslav guy who's in charge over there is a conservative. I don't know if any of that's true, but it's being said. So maybe that had something to do with it. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. The line that the studio came out with apparently is that they want to only release movies and whatnot that are going to be big theatrical events. And this movie wasn't going to be that, so they're axing it. But they're still releasing Black Adam. And, I'm a fan of The Rock, okay, of Dwayne Johnson. And I probably would have watched this movie. But it didn't look to me like any great shakes. It didn't look to me like any kind of a theatrical event film. And I sure as hell wasn't going to run out and see it in the theaters on release day, if at all in the theaters. I would have waited for it to come to HBO Max or whatever. I just wasn't interested in paying money to see it, even though I like The Rock, even though I like Pierce Brosnan, and I wanted to see him play Dr. Fate. So that stance just doesn't make sense to me. Blue Beetle is apparently still on the schedule. That is not going to be a theatrical event film, okay? Avengers Endgame was a theatrical event film, right? The most recent Spider-Man film was a theatrical event film. Blue Beetle and Black Adam are not going to be theatrical event films. So I don't understand how they can say, oh, well, the reason we're not releasing Batgirl is because it's not going to be a theatrical event film. Yeah, well, neither is the other stuff on your schedule or some of the other stuff on your schedule. So I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. It upsets me. And I can only hope now that somehow it gets leaked or released in the future at some point, that they have a change of heart and release it. It's just awful. The thing about it is that it doesn't seem as though the carnage stops there. I was reading today that I think it was Rolling Stone Australia is reporting that the Supergirl film is being axed, which again, I was looking forward to. I'm a fan of Supergirl and I wanted to see that. And there was supposed to be some cool stuff in it with other characters. And now that's not going to happen, according to this report. Again, not sure if it's true, but that would be lousy. I've read that they're pushing back the release of Shazam and Aquaman 2, which is not great. I've read that they're canceling Titans, which, if I'm honest, okay. The last season was really bad, I thought. And even though they sort of, I guess, greenlight a season 4 and may have even started production, if that didn't come back, not going to break my heart. I've read that they've also canceled Doom Patrol, which I liked that show in the first couple of seasons. Last season wasn't very good, so if that didn't come back, it would kill me. So I'm not worried about that. But, I mean, 2 more shows? Really? It's being said that Gotham Knights premiere is not going to happen in 2023, the show, which, you know, I wasn't really looking forward to that after seeing the trailer, so I don't really care. But it's just the idea that they're gutting everything. Like, what are they going to have left? I even read that Harley Quinn is on the chopping block, which, of course, that will displease me because I like that show. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on over there. It's just crazy. And it seems counterintuitive to me. Like, people were excited, if not so much for Batgirl, to see the return of Michael Keaton's Batman, who was even supposed to show up in Aquaman 2, and now apparently that's not going to happen. They've replaced him with Ben Affleck. So, like, why? People would have gone nuts for that. They were going nuts for it already, actually, so I don't get that. You know, they're going to cancel the Harley Quinn show, yet I'm reading now that Lady Gaga has been cast to play Harley Quinn in the Joker sequel, which, again, Joker was a good movie. I don't see it as being a theatrical event film. I mean, he did win the Oscar, right? Did he win the Oscar? I can't remember, but he was nominated. Anyway, it's not a theatrical event film, I didn't think. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, they cast Lady Gaga to play Harley Quinn, so they see the value in the character, even though reportedly the 2 Suicide Squad movies didn't do well. And Lady Gaga, by the way, excellent choice for the part. Would not have thought of her, but then I wouldn't have thought of anybody really. So her getting the part is actually very cool. She's kooky and she's a good actress. So I think it's great casting, actually. But anyway, they see the value in the character, obviously, but why would they cancel the Harley Quinn animated thing? And is it not doing well? I can't imagine that. But anyway, you know, and all of this comes on the heels of the failure of the DC Comics streaming service that they tried to launch recently. So, you know, and of course the DCEU didn't do as well as the MCU did. And I guess part of the strategy is they're trying to, I don't know, fix that. They're trying to shore up their offerings and try to capture some of that success. Just be your own thing. Why do you have to, like, I don't know. I think people would have gone to see Batgirl. I think they would have paid a premium for it on HBO Max. And I think they're dumb not to release this movie. I think killing the return of Michael Keaton as Batman is a terrible thing. I don't know. It's all crazy to me, except for those couple of shows, which, like I said, didn't do too well. They could kill those and it wouldn't bother me, but I don't know. It remains to be seen what's going to be left. So I don't know. I guess I'll have more on this story as things develop. I'm going to get out of here for now. Until I return, I wish you peace and long life.